Good morning, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Good Morning Soul. If you're wondering why the background is so much different, I can only stand the aesthetics of a single room for so long. I can mix and match the place how I want to be, but I gotta get out of there sometimes. Today I'm doing my 65th review commentary. This is for a little anime called Erased, which I watched weekly. The last couple weeks it was out. Anyway. Let's start the review in 3, 2, 1.
Today on Soul Show, we review Erased.
And I remember my good buddy Matt from the Anime Blitz, Rip. He also reviewed Erased, and he's really the one who convinced me to watch it. And I still love this show despite how it ended and how the last couple episodes were pretty flaky. But just these character designs, the concept, the basic reasons to like a show are still all great. I know I referenced Digibro's video in this, and I think I added him on Twitter, the video, because I name dropped him. Like, that's a good reason to add somebody. Which is ironic. I think I was just really into Digibro's content around the time I made this video. Like, I think that was my first boom of his content, which means, when did this come out? I've been watching Digibro for at least over, like, 2.5 years at least. Damn. But, yeah, I'm a fan right there. But, now I know that, like, this is the type of video that he can't stand. Like, everything, the opening, this review style is like everything he hates, so it's ironic that I added him before I knew all that. But the background music, as much as I like Break from Soul Music, doesn't really fit. Hey, look at me doing little suggestions. I'm actually watching this one on YouTube, whereas the other ones I was just watching the files, so I can actually see that kind of stuff. Hey, see, I can see that I actually annotated that. Rip annotations. Oh, and there is the link to Digibro's video. But basically, when you watch a show and then you watch a video about that show, and the video changes your entire perspective, I feel like it deserves a name drop. That's pretty much why I threw that in there, because I was hot off this show that I thought everybody loved, and then I got an analysis video breaking down why it's such a shitty show, and it really opened my eyes to this show in particular. He's done that with, I remember watching like his Sword Art Online videos. It kind of did something similar, where Sword Art Online was like a 6 out of 10 type of show for me, and then like I swallowed the internet's consumption and analysis, and it completely changed what the show was to me. Which I don't think that's a bad thing. I have made the analogy before that art is kind of like, I forget what I called it. It's like rotating gears. And what's in the middle of the gear, sorry, I was checking my phone. The center of the gear is always the same, but the conversation is always spinning. And sometimes it can spin to the point that it skews the show. And personally, the conversation for this show was so poignant and so interesting that I think, yeah, of course it, like, changed my perspective a little bit. I'm not one of those people, maybe, like, I like to think that I stick to my ideas and I don't, like, falter due to other people's reviews. If I did, I wouldn't like Pacific Rim Uprising or, like, shit that other people shit on. A bunch of movies I love. Ready Player One. A lot of movies that get shit on. The Marvel movies. I don't, like, I walk away loving it, and just because I start hearing other people blah 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 doesn't mean I'm gonna change my opinion. But if someone breaks it down on like this psychological way, and starts making me think, and then I see clips or even if I rewatch the film and then I think about it, because a lot of times, you know, your headspace isn't, like, as much as I would like to think that's always in the right place when I'm consuming art, it isn't. I'm a fucking faulty ass human like everybody else, and if, let's say, I wasn't paying attention for this show, which I was, but if I wasn't paying attention to the show and I, like, kind of was just like, oh yeah, that was an okay show, that was good, and then someone broke it down, like, all these other things that actually make me think about it, and I've spent the time thinking about it more in that time frame than I did actually watching it, then hell yeah, I'm gonna change my opinion. Oh yeah, the gloves. Like a glove. God. It's so crazy, because this came out in... When did this come out? This came out during March 2016, so this is a couple months before my entire life changed. This is the last of my innocence right here. And this is what I did with it. Pizza Girl. It's actually interesting because I've cracked open the erased manga a little bit, just to check it out, and I know it's not nearly as long and drawn out and full of it as a lot of other manga that is, you know, tied to these shows that I love, but I didn't really vibe with it, but at the same time, it was definitely like one of those mangas that I felt was worth reading. And a lot of those that I think are worth reading and finish, like Mysterious Girlfriend X, turn out better once I finish it. So I definitely would like to come back to that erased manga. And the good thing about, like, already seeing the anime is I don't have to, like, really struggle to remember what happens, because I already know what happens. And the Soul Badge of approval. That score was not easy to come up with because I was really leaning on a 7, and I remember the first couple episodes I would have given it like a 9, because I remember when I first started watching Erased, like, I had a friend, his name was Parker, who was also watching it, and he was like, you watched Erased too? And I was like, yeah. And then he was like, isn't it amazing? I was like, hell fucking yeah, it's amazing. And then we, like, we had this dramatic hug, and we were like fake crying, and we were like, oh my god, it's so good. It was that type of good. That's how much I liked those first couple episodes. Episode 2 just really fucking won me over. It was like one of those episodes that make you just, like, it like you feel that spark when you watch those shows that you know are gonna be like your favorites. Sometimes you feel the spark, and I felt it, and it went away, unfortunately. I love this song. Look at all those anime reviews down there. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. And until then, with that, I leave you.